I'm Lenore from Twin Flame Love Potion. How are you guys this morning? I hope you're all well, and I hope you are I hope you're coping with these energies. I hope you're doing good things to look after yourself and to put yourself first. Today I'm going to talk about synchronicities, and I'm also shuffling cards and we'll just see what pops out. This is a really beautiful Mary Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, and I really love Mary Magdalene. She's my main man, my main chick. And Mary Magdalene was the first divine feminine, with Jesus as the first divine masculine. And really interestingly, they went through the same stages of twin flame as what we do in this day and age. So that's really interesting. I'm not going to go into that because that's not what this is about. But what I'm talking about today is synchronicities. So one of the big things on the twin flame path is synchronicities, and I'm not talking about the generic numbers, though they're always really interesting too. What I'm talking about is a really personal and specific synchronicities that are specific to your actual twin flame. So I just want to give you some examples of some synchronicities that I've experienced. And for me, one, they're really affirming that, okay, especially when you're in that doubt stage, which can go for a very long time and can be quite deep, is this person my twin flame? Am I actually a twin flame? Etc., etc. So what the synchronicity does is it pulls you back into your knowing, and pulling you back into trust and pulling you back into faith of the journey. But also what it's telling you is to get into unity consciousness. Get into bloody unity consciousness. Once you're in unity consciousness, the synchronicities are amazing and great, but they're actually really haunting. Everywhere you go, you get these crazy personal synchronicities that can drive you crazy. But once you get into that unity consciousness, i.e., I live in them and they live in me and we are all one. And once you believe that deep in your core, and not only for your twin, but for all sentient beings, once you get that into your core, one, the synchronicities stop, but also you start to develop a more profound peace within yourself, an acceptance of yourself, acceptance of everything around you. You also develop a healthy detachment, and you're more likely to be able to ascend on your own twin flame path, your all-encompassing twin flame path. So like some synchronicities that have happened to me that I'd love to share with you because they are so interesting. I've been on the journey for 22 years, so I've got millions of them, but I probably became more aware of them in the last 5 to 6 years. But here's one huge one. I hadn't heard from my twin for a couple of weeks, which was unusual at that point in time. And also at that point in time, that was really difficult. So I had really focused on letting go and detaching. I really didn't have a handle on what surrendering meant at that time. So it was more about letting go and detaching. So I did that. That usually back then it would take me about a good week or so to be able to get back into that detached phase. Anyway, it was about a week after that, and I sat down to watch a movie. It was a movie that I had seen around for years but had never watched it. I had no idea what it was about, but I knew that I wanted to see it. So I started playing it, and it actually happened to be set where my twin is from, where he was born and grew up. Not only that, it was set in the boarding school that he went to as well as his hometown. And I was thinking to myself, I know he hasn't been home there for such a long time. He must really be missing it. Anyway, half an hour into the movie, I get a message from him, remembering I haven't heard from him for ages. And it's just a photograph. And I knew straight away it was a photo of up home. So I knew that he was home. So I'm going, oh my God, wow, this is crazy. This synchronicity, it's crazy. But it didn't stop there. So we were chatting and he asked me what I was doing. I said, I'm watching this movie. And funnily enough, it's set in your hometown. Crazy. And he asked me what the name of the movie was, and I told him the name of the movie. His godmother's brother wrote the movie that I was watching. So that is probably one of the most amazing, crazy synchronicities that I have had with my twin. Other things like, I remember one point in time early on when I realised what twin flames were, and I was really struggling with that, or just struggling with the connection with him in general, because we were still very much in the painful stage. So I was really doubting it. Anyway, I had to go somewhere that evening. It was raining, it was dark. I just really needed to listen to some music to help shift my energy. So I got in the car and I put my music program on, and I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't see what I was choosing. I just, went tap, 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 just for anything to come on. I was just desperate to hear any kind of music. And it was Flame Twin by Nora Jones. I just laughed to myself. I went, okay, I get it, I hear it. But other little things like seeing his initials on the car registration plates all the time, names of his family members, which are unusual names, they're not common names. There's just so many of them, but there's some of the big ones. And so I guess I'm saying, like, it's really, really interesting, and I do love it, and it's really reassuring, but it is also telling me that I've just knocked myself out of unity consciousness. So jump back into unity consciousness, and that's when the peace and the detachment and the surrender, it becomes more easy for you. So this card jumped out, co-creation, which is absolutely perfect. I mean, of course, we are co-creating with our twins all the time. So we're creating our own life every single second, every moment we are creating. So when we talk about creation and being creative and, really honing in on your creativity, it's not necessarily that you have to be an artist of any sort. It's just about when you create your life and your future, you're doing it second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, decision by decision. And so when you're creating, make that creation count, or make it what you need to do in that moment. Make it in alignment with what your soul is whispering to you, what your higher self, your higher guidance is whispering to you. The other one that fell out was the Lovers, like, basically, of course. The twin flame journey is many, 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 many things. And as I say to people, there are so many main purposes of the twin flame journey. But this one is telling me today that we're focusing today on this purpose being about your connection with that other person, who is most likely a romantic connection and a lover type connection, and getting that third sacred energy, which is the Kundalini awakening that you get when you meet your twin. That is only possible really when you come together with the person who is your exact same vibrational match. I think, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. And then the other card that fell out, God, which I absolutely love, because another one of the main purposes of the twin flame journey is developing a closer relationship to God, to the I am, and that is you. God is within you. You are an aspect of God. You are a fractal of God. So God is within each and every person, because God is the creator. God is the main source, and you are the creator, and you are the source. You are your universe. So when I do readings, I'm not likely to be talking about this person coming back or your future with them. My readings seem to be really focused on spiritual evolvement for you. When you spiritually evolve and become more I am, and that's when you start to drop your negative patterning, your negative belief system, or your belief systems that don't serve you anymore, and your vibration rises, and you're more likely to magnetize your twin back to you, because as your vibration rises, theirs also rises, because you share an energetic bubble. So if you need any help with that, any support, come and see me. That's exactly what I do. And I'm very focused on you as a person and your own journey, because we all have slightly different journeys and we all need slightly different support for different things. I really look forward to hearing from you. And if you want to support me, please like this video and subscribe. And it would be fantastic if you could leave a comment and let me know where you're at with your journey, or if you want to add anything to what I've said here, that would be fantastic. Bye.